Hello, my name is Brandon Sattenfield, and in my presentation today, we're going to be exploring professional athletic contracts. Just to give a brief overview of what's going to be discussed in today's presentation, we're going to be going over the relevance of these contracts, the purpose, the types of contracts as well, some of the key components, the impacts and trends within the sports world itself, and just to summarize and recap everything towards the end. So here we go. Why do athletic contracts matter, right? Contracts are really the backbone of professional sports. They shape an athlete's career path and a team's overall success. Without these agreements, athletes wouldn't have guaranteed salaries and teams wouldn't have clear expectations. So these contracts themselves, they impact everyone, from the rookies stepping onto the field for the very first time, all the way to seasoned veterans negotiating their final contracts. So, what is a professional athletic contract, right? First of all, it's a legal agreement at its core. Okay. The contract itself protects both the athlete and the organization, and it spells out what's actually expected of the athlete and what the athlete will earn and the obligations of each party as well. These agreements are also to provide the utmost clarity and security for everyone that's involved, both the organization and the athlete themselves. So when we're talking about types of contracts, right, not all contracts are created equal, okay? Different contracts fit different stages and roles in an athlete's career. And for an example, a rookie contract tends to be, short and pretty standardized, right? Well, a veteran contract is more customized to that specific athlete who has quite a bit of tenure. And on top of that, endorsement deals and performance incentives reward these athletes for excellence on and off the field. So there are a ton of variations that allow contracts to grow within the athlete. So some of the key components of a contract from an athletic perspective, every contract has specific key components that make it very effective towards that particular athlete. So first, the salary, right? That's what the athlete earns. Then the duration specifies how long the athlete is committed to that organization. There are also bonus rewarding for outstanding performances and also some trading clauses like a no trade or even an injury protection clause that provides some additional security and cushion for the athlete. These sections are they also work together, to protect both the player and the team as well. So when we're talking about how we are negotiating these contracts and what that process kind of looks like, right? Negotiating a contract is a very complex process, first and foremost. The athlete's agent is the one who's negotiating that contract on their behalf, while the team ensures the deal fits their budget as well as their strategy as an organization. Okay. This back and forth between, the agent and the organization ultimately determines the final agreement and can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to come to a consensus through careful negotiation. And these contracts aren't just handed out, right? They are crafted to meet both sides and both parties to make sure everyone is happy on all sides. Great. So when we're talking about types of impact within the sports world and the types of trends that are going on right now in today's society, contracts also have a very big impact on the sports world as a whole. Okay. For example, some teams strategically push salary cap boundaries to improve their performance overall, according to Bradhan and Lashinsky, as Latier has shown us that we can actually measure the return of the investment of player salaries by specifically and carefully assessing their on-field contributions to the organization. So these contracts, they influence the salaries, they influence team strategy, and ultimately the athlete's career. So not just numbers on a paper. Okay. Some of the final tips and takeaways from this presentation that I wanted to convey to you, professional athlete contracts are the foundation of what sports success looks like, right? They protect the athletes, they guide the teams and the organizations, and they also, do a very good job of keeping the league competitive as a whole. Whether it's guaranteed pay, performance incentives, or clauses that limit risk, every detail matters, right? So next time you hear about a record-breaking deal on ESPN or an opt-out clause, you'll know just how much effort goes into each and every agreement from a contract athletic perspective. I just wanted to show this here at the bottom. All of the information that I've shared with you all today are from reputable sources, including recent studies and professional analysis. So for anyone interested, I've included the full APA reference list at the end of the presentation, as you can see now. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.